Hey there, guys. Um, I've been getting into waterfowl a lot lately. Never been waterfowl hunting, but I've been wanting to do it real bad. I've been watching a lot of Bobby Guy Films videos on YouTube here lately. Great stuff. Other channels, all good stuff. Um, Hunting goose and ducks, that seems like it'd be pretty cool. So, what I've came up with here, it's just load data off Alliance website, but it's pretty monster load. I'm using 10 gauge for this, 3.5-inch Federal. These hulls are from the 90s. Got over 100 of them pretty cheaply. All once fired. Reprimed with a Federal 209A. Going to show you how to reprime and resize the hulls. All you'll need is a mech. I'm using the Lee Load converted from a 12 gauge press. If you got a mech, you don't need to listen to any of this. But if you're using the Lee Load and you've done the modification that I've done, you need the mech 10 gauge resizing ring. You'll need a piece of PVC pipe. This is about 1 inch diameter, about 1.5 inches long, completely hollow inside. This one wasn't. I had to hollow it out with a knife. Pretty easy to do, didn't take any time at all. Anyway, you'll need that. To knock the primer out, I use a screwdriver, just a, Phillips head screwdriver, and rubber mallet, anything to use, you just, one of those actions right there. I think you guys get the idea. Alright, we're going to start by depriming and resizing one of the holes. Let's get to that. Here we go, guys. Alright, hopefully you can see this good enough. I'm just going to start off by depriming this hole. Again, once fired Federal. This, what was this? BB steel, BB shot size. That would be a, well, for true BB, it's .18, 180. 1 5/8 ounce, 3.5-inch mag. Velocity is not listed on this hull, but from what I gather, these are from the 90s. Anyway, what you want to do is take your screwdriver, set it on the primer. You guys get the idea. This is pretty simple. Take whatever you want to use as a mallet and beat that primer out. I apologize, you can't see it. Anyway, there you go. Just drop that right in your spent primer drawer of your Lee Load. Now this hull is the deprimed. Still need to resize it though. Mech resizing ring. Set it on your hull. That PVC pipe I mentioned. Turn it upside down. Slide it on. Now, this is unmodified. This is still the 12 gauge depriming resizing station. Work just like that. Simple as can be. I'm gonna need new primer. This hull I showed you in the intro has got a 209A. I'm just gonna put a Shadite primer in this one here. Brand new Shadite primer, CX2000. What everybody's using right now. Because that's what everybody can get. Or has been able to get, I should say. Reprimed Shadite CX2000 primer. Now, put this mallet away. Trying to keep this video short and simple, guys. I've already got my powder measured out. This is 45 of, no, this is 46.5 of Alliance steel. Hefty powder charge here. .45 grains will get you 1470 FPS with this 1.5 ounce load. I'm using, the pressure is 10,100. 10 gauge is rated for 11,000 PSI, so I run these loads a little bit harder than what's listed on the Alliance website. I think 10 gauge load data is fairly conservative, pretty not, it can be better. I'm gonna be honest, they're pretty weak for 10 gauge. Anyways, this is 46.5 grains. I should be getting 1500 FPS or slightly better. With my 36-inch barrel, I'm probably getting honestly close to 1535 FPS with an 1.5 ounce of steel shot. Alright, now what I'm using here, BPD 10 wad. These came not slit, unslit wads, but I slit them myself. Alright, this can be tricky to get in. I forgot to set this for 3.5-inch shells, but that's fine. I'll just seat it by hand. Not a big deal. You don't want to seat this all the way, because I do add Mylar wrap to this. BPD 10 wads are not for steel shot, but they can be used for steel shot. These pedals, as you can see, are fairly thick if the lighting would play along. You guys get the idea. Anyway, now Mylar wrap. Gonna need 2 sheets of this stuff. Roll it like this, if you can see it. Oops. There we go. Get down there, come on. Alright, I got 1 sheet in. Pulled 3 out. Guys, these loads are time consuming to make. You can see that little bit of overhang. You need a pair of scissors to trim that off. I had a pair laying. I guess my wife moved them. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get those scissors and I'll be right back. I got them. Don't know what she was cutting with them, but ain't gonna make a difference. Trim this off flush with the top of the wad. I heard Mylar is just literally just overhead projector sheets. Now you're ready to go ahead and seat that. Gonna have to use the press. The BPD 10 wad fits pretty tight in these old Federal hulls. There you go. We got our wad in, we got our Mylar wrap in. Now what you want to do here, we got us a 32 gauge nitro card. I just use these for all kinds of loads. They come in sections of 3. Oh god, I hate this lighting. You want to tear off one of those sections and get rid of it. Use the 2 sections right in the bottom of the wad. The shot I'm using, let me show it to you here. Crossman 6,000 count copper plated steel BBs. $8 at Walmart. 6,000 BBs. Great deal. I already got 1.5 ounces weighed out right here. Go ahead and throw those right in your hull. And this comes to, well, hope I can show you. Just to the top of that wad. I'm not adding buffer to this load because, well, I don't really think you need buffer with steel shot. I don't think it would really do much. I'm pretty sure the only reason that factory loads use buffer is to take up some extra room in the wad. You know, your stack height. 6 and 8 points crimp stations on the Lee load, all 12 gauge, unmodified for 10 gauge. That's completely normal. This is what your pre-crimp comes out looking like. Nice and good. Hold me up here. Oh. I waited too long. Alright. I'm gonna hit that with the roll crimper, but that's ready to shoot, guys. That's 1.5 ounces at around 1,500, probably more, out of my 36-inch barrel. Stout load for a 10 gauge. Well, not stout like for steel shot. It's pretty stout. Pressure's probably around 10,600, close to 11,000. I have shot a few of these. They don't really recoil that hard. No harder than 2-ounce turkey loads. Actually, a little bit less. They are pretty fun to shoot. They do pattern well. I think we shot these at 30 yards. Wasn't very far at all, but they seem to pattern really well. These pellets weigh, I think each pellet weighs 1/100th of an ounce, so they carry some okay energy for steel shot. Keith, I think you were asking about this load on Facebook. I think it was you. But here you go, buddy. It's a pretty good load. I'm going to wrap this one here up, guys. I'll be back at you with another one shortly. Running out of ideas. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see. Can't remember your name right now, but there was somebody out there that was wanting a 20 gauge 3-inch shell or 2 3/4 with a double aught buck. We had a conversation about that. They don't stack well in the 20 gauge hole. People told me it wouldn't pattern well, but I got it to pattern excellent, and from what I hear, you did too. That's always good to hear. So I'll be loading up a couple of those for you guys shortly. Stay tuned for that one, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to show you guys what it looks like with the rear camera of this iPhone. Much better video quality. I did hit it with a roll crimper and a little bit of oil. Sealed up nice and well. Ready to shoot. That's about it, guys. See you in the next one.